In the heart of Tango village, a beautiful and peaceful community, lived Amah, the wife of Chief Ozo, the wealthiest man in the land. She was renowned for her beauty. Skin as smooth as polished ebony, eyes like burning embers, and a figure that made women envious and men whisper in admiration. But beneath the shimmering wrappers of silk and the layers of gold that adorned her body was a soul darker than the night. Amah was arrogant beyond measure. She never spoke kindly to the poor, never lent a helping hand to the needy, and carried herself with a pride that reeked of contempt. If a beggar so much as stretched a hand toward her, she would sneer and turn away, her expensive perfume lingering in the air as she walked off. She mocked the old women at the market, refused to greet the village elders, and turned up her nose at the laughter of children playing in the streets. "Do you know who I am?" she would often boast. "I am Amah, the wife of the great chief Ozo. My feet should not touch the same ground as commoners." Yet, despite all her riches, Amah was hollow inside. She had no true friends, no real love, only fear and false admiration from those who envied her lifestyle. One day, the gods decided they had had enough. It started with whispers in the wind, rumors that Chief Ozo's wealth was built on deceit. He had borrowed heavily from powerful men and had made enemies with spirits he could not see. Soon, his businesses crumbled like dry leaves in Hamatan. His palm oil trade collapsed, his farmlands were seized, and his once mighty name became a hushed cautionary tale in the village square. Amah, who once strutted around like a peacock, now found herself with no more gold to flaunt. The maids left one by one. The guards disappeared. The women who had once flocked around her, praising her beauty, now avoided her like a cursed object. The grand house, with its towering pillars and golden doors, became empty, its silence ringing louder than a market on Unkind Day. But Amah had not yet learned her lesson. She stormed into the market one afternoon, hoping to buy food on credit. She wore a simple wrapper now, no more embroidered silks or golden anklets. She thought the traders would still bow to her, that they would remember her former glory. Instead, she was met with laughter. "So now, the great Amah wants to eat with us commoners," one woman mocked. Another, a young girl Amah had once insulted for wearing torn clothes, scoffed, "Where is your pride now?" Shame burned through Amah's skin like fire. She left the market with nothing, her stomach growling with hunger. Days turned to weeks, and her suffering only deepened. She had no food, no friends, and no respect. It was only then that she realized what she had spent years ignoring the people she had once despised, and they were the very ones who held the true wealth of life, kindness, community, and humility. One fateful evening, Amah sat alone under the cashew tree in the village square, watching the same poor children she had once dismissed play happily. For the first time, she saw their joy, their laughter. Not as foolishness, but as something real, something she had never truly possessed. She swallowed her pride and approached an old woman she had once ridiculed. "Mama Dona, I am sorry for how I treated you," she said, bowing her head for the first time in her life. "I have learned my lesson." The old woman studied her with wise eyes before nodding. "Pride is like a clay pot. When it falls, it shatters beyond repair. But humility, my daughter, can rebuild even the most broken soul." From that day, Amah changed. She no longer looked down on others. She worked in the fields with the women, fetched water with the young girls, and even sat with the elders to learn from their wisdom. She found joy in the simple things. What did you learn from the story? I learned that humility is recognizing that no matter how successful, beautiful, or powerful we are no better than anyone else. It teaches us to treat others with kindness and respect, to listen and learn, and to remain grounded. True strength lies in being humble, because pride can bring a person down, but humility builds character and earns lasting honor. That was today's story from Big Boy Narratives. If you loved this story, make sure to like, subscribe, and come back for more magical tales every Saturday. Sweet dreams, and don't forget, every night is a chance to learn something new. See you again, same time, next week. Good night, little stars. Bye for now.